Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a toolbox slash garage tour, and yeah, just showing you guys around. So let's get right into it. So to start off, we'll start with my US General cart, and then there's this Craftsman cart, and this Yukon cart. Oh, and then there's another US General cart over there, and then we'll go through all this. So I guess we'll start with the furthest one. So over here, there's a welder from Harbor Freight, and then just some random stuff on top here. This drawer, I think it's also just random stuff. It's earplugs, it's a Stanley socket set, precision screwdrivers, speed square, some random stuff, you know. The bottom, these are metric bolts, oil pan, not oil pan, yeah, it's an oil pan. And this we use for in the corn planter when you put the foo-foo dust in it. And then the US General box, I got, these are all 1/2-inch deep sockets, these are 1/2-inch shallow sockets, standard and metric, and then standard and metric. And I have metric 3/8 right here, and then metric or standard 3/8, and then these are metric quarter, and these are standard quarter. And I got these Milwaukee screwdrivers, and these Milwaukee fastener rusted, or like they're for rounded off or rusted fasteners, and these are just like regular T25 or D40 or whatever. And then these Milwaukee pliers, there's 2 more screwdrivers right here. This is my favorite socket. I found this one. It's a 3/4 inch, so I don't have anywhere to put it. It's a John Deere 1-inch. So, and then I just have a couple of magnet trays. And then in this drawer, I have ratchets. And then in the drawer below it, I have, these are like adapters and swivels and this extensions, and then these are for hex impact, and then more adapters and some deep sockets. And in this drawer, there is random sockets, and then just more random 1/4-inch sockets. And then I have, these are more random 3/8, and then this is random 3/8 deep, and then these are some hex ones. And these are just some trays, and then I have a fat pen and tape measures, and there's some spark plug sockets and more random sockets, and then this is for angle grinder. And then in the next drawer down, there's ratcheting wrenches, and then these vice grips because they're awesome. And I got this for really cheap, and then a couple breaker bars. And then in here, right now there's only air tools. I used to have all my Milwaukee tools in here, but I ran out of space. And then there's air like tips for the compressor in there, and then some manuals. And this is empty except there's my fire safety glasses in it. It's empty. I don't know why that's empty. And I guess there's oil filter wrenches and stuff in there. This is a pretty empty box. It had stuff in it, but I cleaned it out. And in the top drawer of this Yukon box, I have all my Milwaukee stuff and Hercules. I have a Hercules extended ratchet, and just a standard 3/8 Milwaukee ratchet, and then just standard stuff. And I got a mid-torque 1/2-inch impact, and this stuff. Lots of batteries though. And then the next drawer down is pliers, and more pliers, and this is screwdrivers and hammers. And then down here, I used to have bits and like tool cases and stuff, but not anymore. There's just a torque wrench. And over here is Milwaukee stuff that doesn't fit in the top drawer. It's too big. There's a circular saw, grease gun, and angle grinder. And then this is just random wrenches, as well as this is just a whole set of Craftsman wrenches, as well as some cheap wrenches we got for cheap. And then over here, this cabinet actually came off of an old IKEA bookshelf, and I made it just into a cabinet. And in the top, there's just random different parts to stuff, and then like brake cleaner and stuff. Down here, more stuff like chain for the manure spreader, and those are for the haybine, and filters and stuff. And the bottom, there's bits and some stuff for the angle grinder, and all just random cases of stuff, grease, and small oil jugs, and then a DeWalt air nailer. So that's what's in there. And over here, we have this. Actually used to be mounted to a board. I took it off and I mounted it to this table with this motor. And then I think this is for the TV. And just read-whack the screen. I think funnels from this drawer. Yeah, there's funnels down there. And I don't think there's anything in here. No, there's nothing in there. And then there's a vise. And this is just random bolts and stuff, as well as up there. And this is DeWalt tools. There's a DeWalt drill, DeWalt impact that is, I swapped the anvil on it, so it's a 1/2 inch or a hex. I like that a lot, I use it a lot. And then there's this DeWalt angle grinder, as well as Sawzall and a light. And then in this drawer here, you can open it. I have hitch pins and donuts for hydraulics. And here, this is just random stuff I got from my brother-in-law. And here's just random bolts and stuff. And there's this air nailer, another air nailer, and just some chips. And this is bits, and there's sandpaper, and just kind of a junk drawer. And then in here is just manuals and wire and a bunch of DeWalt chargers and stuff like that. And then bolt bin, and that's pretty much it that's on the workbench. There's chainsaws down below and other random stuff down below. And then this cabinet is all other tools. There's a planer, belt sander, old flashlight, drill and stuff. There's circular saw, extension cord, and jigsaw, and another belt sander, and then the battery sawzall, and another jigsaw and sander. And then on top here this is another sander. There's a router back there, that's a router as well. And there's just random junk up there. Over here, there's just randomness, screws, there's random shelf items, as would be expected. So, yeah, and this is just a box of random stuff too. So, yeah. So that would be my shop/garage tour for the Jeep. So, anyway. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.